Okay, so backup and restore. What is meant by backup in IT industry? Copying files from local disk to any removable disk is called backup. Uh, so in IT industry, backup or the process of backup is very important. Backup is nothing but making the copies of data which may be used to restore the original after an event of later. Why we need to take the backup is first purpose is to recover the data after it's lost due to detection or corruption. Suppose if there is some corruption or accidentally the data was deleted, then you need to, if you want to recover the data, you must take the backup of it before. Okay, if you don't do that, your data will be lost permanently. Okay, so data loss is very common in IT industry. The second purpose of backup is to recover data from an earlier time. Okay, why means suppose if you want to suppose if you want to configure some uh, NFS or something. So before doing that configuring that configuration file, it is always better to take the backup of that file. Why? After configuring it, it may changes that configuration. So sometimes it may not. Okay, just I'm giving NFS, but in all cases it may so happen so. Okay, sometimes if after applying the new configuration, that may work on, but that may not work properly. So if you want to go back to that earlier time, so if you take the backup, then it is easy, you can restore it. If you don't take the backup, that is difficult. So every time if you want to apply some change or change management, it is better to take the backup of all the configuration files and all the data where you want to apply that change. Okay, so because of these two purposes, it is always better to take the backup. Okay, so for a system admin, taking a backup is very important. Of course, this backup can take manually as well as uh, automation, by using automation also. Okay, next, how what is meant by recovery? By definition, copying files from any removable media to local disk is called recovery. So what is meant by backup is copying files from our local disk, our system or our local disk to some removable media. And after taking that removable media means some disks, okay, or tape drives. In old technology, tape drives are old technology. Tape drives are disks or LUNs are network disks. Okay, so taking on any of these devices, that is called backup. So after taking the backup, we'll preserve these tapes, okay, in our data center. Okay, so sometimes if you want to recover or restore the data again, we need to reverse that process. That is nothing but copying the files from that removable disk to your local disk. That is called recovery or restore. Okay, so when backup will be helpful means it is helpful when hardware failure or software failure or system crashed. If the system is crashed, or sometimes if the software is failed, or sometimes if the hardware was failed, so already that backup was available in removable data, removable media. So we will restore or recover it by copying those files from a removable media to local disk. Okay, that is the importance of backup. So how that backup, by using which tools we can take the backup in Linux. So these are the some of the important tools. One is tar, tap, tape archive, CPIO, copy input output, DD, data disk duplicator, dump and restore. Dump and restore both are combinedly we can do that. Okay. Next, third party. There are some third party tools used to take. These tools are that are available by default in Linux. Of course, these we need to install these packages. So these are the some third-party softwares: Veritas Net Backup, Amanda, Tivoli. Tivoli is from IBM company. Okay, by using these tools, we can take the third party. Okay, So they will take care of this backup, these third party tools. So if you want to do it manually, you need to use this one. Okay, these tools. Next. Okay, in this session I will explain how to take the backup using tar and gzip tools. Okay, so first I will explain one by one. Tar is used to create archive files. It can pack files or directories into a tar file. That means what this tar will do is it will tar it tape archive. It is called tape archive. Archiving means making some number of files into a single file. So what this tar will do is it will compress some number of files into a single file. Okay, so it is like a WinZip, you know, this WinZip, WinRAR in Windows. Okay, without much compression. Of course, if you apply tar on the multiple number of files, those multiple number of files will compress into a single file, but the size not that much will compress. Suppose if you take for example 10 GB of 10 GB files, some multiple number of files, then those 10 GB will be compressed into a single file with the file extension .tar, but the size will be around 9 GB, around that one 9 GB around. Okay, but the total number of multiple files will be into a single file, will be archived into a single file. Later, if you apply on that single file gzip tool, then it will compress drastically that single file into much compressor way. So it is around 70 to 80%. If it is text file, of course we cannot say exact figures. 70 to 80% it will reduce. I will show you everything. So okay, I will explain that clearly using some diagram. So by using tar and gzip, okay, we can take the backup. This is the conventional way. It is of course some old method, but if you know about this method, then that will be easy to understand other tools also. Okay, so next. Okay, this diagram will explain how we are doing we are taking the backup. Okay, and restoring also. Okay, so first this upper portion will explain how we will take backup using tar and zip, and how after that we will uh, how we will uncompress it and restore the old data. Okay, suppose let us consider I am having some multiple number of files of size 10 GB. Okay, so now suppose let us consider I want to take the backup of /opt, of course /opt or /etc. Okay, /etc consists of all configuration files. So if you want to backup, take the backup of all the config files, then you /etc file, we need to take the backup. So taking the backup of that file in that original state will take much amount of disk space. So for that it is better to compress it and take the backup. That was easy. Okay, that is a better option, efficient option, economical option. Okay, suppose if my opt or /etc consists of multiple number of files of size 10 GB. Now these are multiple number of files. Now I want to make it a single file. So if I apply tar file, it will archive those multiple files into single file, and it will compress also. It will compress multiple number of files into a single file. That process is called archiving. So tar means tape archiving. Okay, so it will approximately take the size will be reduced up to 9 GB. Of course it is not exact figure. Let us consider 10 GB to some 9.5, 9.2, 9.3, like that. Later, if you want to compress it much more, then we need to compress that width by using gzip. Okay, gzip tool, if you compress it, then it will almost reduce to 2 to 3 dB. 3 GB exactly. We cannot figure it out. We'll see in the example also. Okay, so then if you tar means if you apply tar on this opt, then the file format will be like this /opt.tar. If you compress that with using gzip, then the format will be excuse me /opt.tar.gz. Okay, next, that means it was compressed, so almost 10 GB files, multiple number of files was compressed into some 2 GB, and the format is also different. Now I want to transfer that from our system to another system. Why we need to transfer it? It is we're taking the backup. We want to keep them in some other system. Okay, some other system or some removable disk. So generally the data backup will be taken into removable disk now. So those removable disks are connected to some backup servers. Generally that is called some media master servers. So we need to transfer these files to those backup servers. Those are called some media or master servers. Okay, so we need to transfer this backup file after compressing all those from our server to another server. So you know how to transfer that entire backup file to another server, either by using scp or by using rsync. Okay, you can use scp or rsync. So if you use scp, so every time it will copy the entire file. Okay, it doesn't verify the difference between old file and new file. Okay, copied file and copy file. If you use rsync, that is a good option. Okay, but combine that rsync with ssh, then that will give security also. Okay, so if you want to transfer large files, then rsync is a better utility. Okay, so by using scp or ssh, we can transfer this compressed file into another. Okay, generally backup systems. Okay, after that those are saved into some removable disk, and we will store in data center those removable disks. Generally those are tape uh, tape drives or disks, or sometimes these are called network LUNs are called network disks. Those are nothing but disks that are connected through some network. Okay, so we will preserve it. So whenever if you want to restore the data, what we need to do is the file format is like this /opt.tar.gz. So if you want to restore the data, we need to uncompress, unzip it. Later we need to untar it. Okay, so /opt, the file format right now is /opt.tar.gz. So first what you need to do is, first you need to unzip it. So how to unzip it is by using command, I will tell you. So after unzip it, then that will be like this /opt.tar. Now you need to untar it. Okay, if you want to restore it, so by using after untarring it, it will be /opt. Then the normal file or directory will be restored. There is a regular procedure how to take the backup and compressing it and uncompressing and restore it. Okay, so by using tar and gzip utilities, you can do that. Okay, now I will give some practical demonstration on that one. Before going to that, I will explain it. So how to take the backup by using tar is by using command tar -cvf. Okay, here C means create, V for verbose, F for forcefully, and destination where you want to store your data, and the name also must be .tar. Okay, and source file, which file you want to tarring. Okay, archiving. Okay, suppose I am taking this directory /opt. So I want to take this as archiving. I want to archiving this /opt. Then I'm using this command tar -cvf, and I want to take this opt in temp back /temp for directory. So that I need to give like this tar -cvf /temp /opt.tar and the name of the file. Okay, after tarring this one, archiving this opt file, check the size of that file, check how much it was compressed. Okay, next after doing that, gzip it. Okay, that means zip the file. So how to zip the file using gzip? Of course you are having other tools also zipping, for zipping it is gzip is one of the type. You can use bzip, some other also some other tools also. Here I am giving the gzip only. Okay, so to apply gzip on a tar file, the syntax is simple thing: gzip slash temp dot opt tar. So then that file will be converted like this: slash temp slash opt dot tar dot gh. Okay, so then check the file. Why we need to check that file size is to know how much it was compressed. So two simple steps. First you need to tar it. Why we need to tar archive it is tarring is nothing but tape archiving. So I will call it is archiving, or sometime I will call it is tar. Okay, tarring it. Okay, tarring is nothing but archiving. So to convert multiple number of files, to compress multiple number of files into single file, we use tar. Again to compress it we use zip. Okay, to compress it further we use zip. Okay, next after doing that, okay, these are some of the options with tar. We will I will explain that later. Okay. Oh, okay, after compressing it, if I want to restore the data, what I need to do is I need to uncompress it to restore it. So for that what I need to do is, if I want to transfer that files to other system, I will transfer that zipped and a tarred file to other system. Later I will remove it and I will untar it. Sorry, here it is given as tar. Untar it. Okay, then the original file will appear it. Okay, so to copy that entire file, you can use scp or you can use rsync also. You know the syntax for scp. So scp, location of that file, compressed file, and where on which system you want to copy that IP address, and on which location in that server. Suppose it is /root/root. You need to give the syntax like this. Then that file will be copied to this location in this server. Okay, after that log into that system where you have copied that one, and remove gzip and check its size. How to remove gzip is, previously to zip it, gzip that file name. So to unzip it, unzip, the command is g unzip. Okay, g unzip that file name, then that will be unzipped. Then that file will be, I will show you entire thing, opt.tar. Okay, after that untar the file. So to untar it, tar -xvf. So previously to tar, to archive it, to compress it, we need to use cvf. Here it is xvf. To untar it, xvf that file name. So then original file will be restored. Okay, we will see the demo of it. Okay, we'll do that one by one. Okay, now I am in the system with server. The IP address is 192.168.61.130, and I'm having one more server with the IP address as 192.168.61.129. Now first I will take the backup here, and I will move that backup file to the second server. Later I will uncompress it. Okay, first let us decide which file you want to take the backup. So first go to slash. Okay, so in slash we're having a lot of files, so I want to take the backup of this opt. So cd /opt. So we are having only one RH file. Okay, I will take the backup of /etc because etc having lot of files now. Okay, lot of files here. Okay, so before moving to that, I want to check the size of etc. So how to check the size of any file is du-h and file or directory. So we're having multiple number of conversions, so each one will be like this. Okay, it will give the size of this thing. Okay, okay. So the size of slash etc is around 1 to 228. Okay, that means okay, 12,228 bytes. Okay, now I want to compress it. So how to compress it? I want to archive it. So by using tar command, I want to do it. Hyphen cvf. So look at the syntax. So the syntax is tar hyphen cvf. So first option is destination. You must specify the destination and the name also, dot tar. And second one is source file. So source file later, first destination file. So I want to take it in slash temp file. Of course you can take it where the space is available. I'm taking it in slash temp slash so again I don't want to change the name slash etc, but you need to give the extension as star, and the file name is sorry, the directory, the backup file or directory name is slash etc. So check it. I think there is something wrong. Okay, temp okay, sorry, temp. Okay, look here. So every file is going to archiving, tape archiving. Okay, of course it will take some time. Of course here it is some 12,000 megabytes are there now, so it will take less time, but in real time if you want to take it, it will take some minutes or hours of time. Okay, now check that cd. Okay, this slash etc, the file size is 12,228. Now my dot file is in slash tmp. Go to that. So ls hyphen lr. So here look here, slash etc tar file. Think something. Of course it was given in. I will do that. Okay, 34 m.